Hey guys, it is Jason, or TheLazyMuffin, here with my guest, Nate. Oh,
Guest?
why did...
Jason, are you kidding me? I thought we were doing this together, man. This is the third episode and I'm still your guest?
I guess so, dude. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god, when will I not be the guest?
I'm sorry, dude. You're just not part of the show yet. You haven't earned...
I was here from the first episode, the second episode, and now episode 3, take 3?
Yeah, take 3. Let's speak about that. So, this is actually our third time recording the third episode of The Scoop. Because the first time, we were really tired, and it was just awful. Like, we had a lot of times where we'd say something wrong, and we'd just bust out laughing for 5 minutes straight.
A lot of laughing in that one.
And, dude, it wasn't good. It might have been funny, but it wasn't our standards. Like, we don't have very high standards here at the Lazy Muffins channel and The Scoop. Very low standards.
We're just starting out, so standards are kind of low right now, but that video
was
too low even for us, and that's saying something. We didn't want to put that out there, so we're gonna give you something better. Oh, and second attempt, that it met our standards. We thought,
yeah, that was good.
We had a good podcast. It was like 45 minutes long. Everything sounded good. We thought until we went to listen back, and I got my new microphone. I do have a new microphone now. It is a Blue Yeti, and
it's a nice mic, dude. It's really
very
nice.
It looks nice.
Honestly,
sounds
I like
nice.
it better than my mic. Like, my mic, I bought it a while ago. I really like it. It's a cool looking mic, but man, that Blue Yeti is just fine. That is like the
sexy mic, and I love it.
That's like the Lamborghini of microphones. Like, it is just sweet.
I'm loving it. But unfortunately, it did cause problems, and that is why we were unable to upload our last take of this episode.
That's why episode 3 happened, because
take 3.
Take 3.
It kept
saying
literally every 10 seconds. Every time I tried to talk, it would say trial.
Yeah,
trial.
Yeah, every
trial.
30 seconds, the whole podcast.
But we couldn't hear that recording it.
Like
We didn't know
trial.
until we listened back.
Because, so when you have 2 microphones, I didn't really know this when I was like, Nate, get in the microphone. We're going to do this podcast. We each can have our own. And I wasn't really thinking, microphones, you can't hook up 2 to a computer. Like, a computer can only read one of those at a time to record. So I had to get some software that makes it like those 2 mics are 1 microphone. And it was a trial of the software. So every time his microphone was activated, trial.
Well, and it started about 5 minutes through. So when we tested before, we didn't notice it. But then once we were recording for a long time, that's when it did it. So we did not know while filming the podcast. We found out after, though. And I guess that's okay. Things were meant to happen as they do. They happen for a reason.
Yeah.
So take 3. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. It's ridiculous, though. The first time that happened, I was pissed that our first take of this was bad. And then the second one, I was not even that mad. I was like, you know what? We're just going to make it better. That's an opportunity to make this freaking thing better.
That is exactly what we are going to do.
And that was crazy because, it was such a good episode last time. Don't you think? That was probably our best recorded episode.
I honestly think it was too.
And
it went to waste. But you know what? Now this is going to be our best recorded episode.
Trial.
Thank you. That is what would have happened if we would have uploaded the last one. I would have talked. You would have heard trial. That's not what's going to happen this time.
Yeah. So, I got something I wanted to bring up about this. I saw something cool while I was taking a crap today on the toilet, reading my phone. Actually, this was yesterday. I'm not going to lie to my fans or to my 5 listeners.
Originally, when it recorded, it was yesterday.
Yeah, but anyways, still found on the toilet. That's a true fact, okay? That's all that matters. I was looking at this chart, and it shows, the U.S. population, and that's, 330 million. And then it shows, it splits up the world where every place where it makes up 330 million people. And it was crazy because, in Russia, there's only, literally takes up almost the whole thing. Literally probably almost half the landmass on the whole world is 300 million in that spot. But then you go to China, and, dude, there's, 6 different little places where 330 million people live. That is nuts because, us in America, to our perspective, we think New York's big, right? Like,
I mean,
New York's a
it's
big
crazy.
city.
New York is huge.
Or even Chicago.
Chicago,
Even
and we think
is
that they're
huge.
packed into those cities, but over there, these cities are packed. There's millions and millions of people living in these small areas,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we think we're overcrowded. We don't have any
Dude, that's
overcrowding
nothing. We
compared
don't
to
have
them.
any overcrowding problems. Maybe New York, but
Maybe
like,
maybe a
but, like,
little bit, but not compared to their big cities there.
I want to say their biggest city is either like Shanghai or Beijing. It's one of those.
I know Beijing is up there for sure.
I heard it's like 6 times bigger than New York. I have only seen New York from an airplane. And actually, I've been in the airport in New York, but that's about it. And that city is unreal. Like, all you can see is city when you're flying over. And just to think there's a city on this planet that's 6 times bigger.
I can't imagine.
And it has like so many skyscrapers.
I mean, that is something I think I would like to see someday, just to see how massive this city is. Really,
yeah, I gotta go to Beijing sometime.
Maybe future trip when I'm making
When
lots
our
of money.
podcast is big.
Podcast
Yeah.
is big. Things are going good. Take a trip to Beijing.
This is episode 3, dude. Wait till 100. Episode 100 will be in Beijing.
Episode
That's where we'll
100
be.
recorded in Beijing. That is our goal.
Let's see if it happens. That'd be
That
cool.
would be
Maybe someday, man.
started in a college dorm room.
I actually like to think about that. Like, I do think about just like the what if, like, this podcast got big, or like, what if my YouTube channel ever got big? And I would always think about like the stuff I would do and the stuff I would say if I was big. So it's fun to do that because, like, I think it actually like makes you get more motivated if you just think about what like the possibilities are of like.
Absolutely. I feel the same way because where we are now, we're sitting in a college dorm. We have pillows surrounding us to block in
Ghetto
the sound.
setup. That's the thing.
We're
still.
sitting on opposite sides of a pillow right now to block the sound between our two microphones.
Yeah, otherwise it picks
I
it
mean,
up.
we have moved up from the microphone resting on the drawer of the desk. We're improving, and we're going to keep improving. We started low, and we can only go up from there. And it's going
a
to happen.
professional podcast.
I would say things
Look at
are
this. Look at
definitely
this.
coming around for us.
If somebody walked in here right now, they would think we're building a fort.
That's about what it
because
looks
all
like.
the pillows
I mean, that
everywhere.
does sound kind of fun. I do miss when I was little. There was the show with all the boxes, the house made out of boxes.
Ooh, what is that
I don't
called?
remember.
Out of the box.
That was one of
the
my
box.
favorite childhood
Yeah,
shows.
Dude, it's a good
And
show.
when I was little, I would ask my dad if he could bring home the boxes from the restaurant. He's the manager at a restaurant. And there's the boxes with all the food, and I want him to bring home the boxes so I could make my own fort, my own house made out of boxes.
Yeah, dude. I did the same thing actually. Like, that's funny. My dad he worked at like a sales company. In their warehouse they had a bunch of boxes that aren't used, and that's funny because that's actually what I do today. I cut up all those boxes. That's my job. It's awesome.
You should start taking
Freaking
the
dope.
boxes
But
home
yeah,
with you instead.
and build
We
forts.
should build a box fort in our dorm.
That's actually a funny thing, dude. Yeah, we actually thought about that, building a box fort.
We
in our
did
dorm,
discuss
but
that a long time ago. It hasn't happened
That'd
yet.
be pretty cool. That'd get a lot of people in this room. They'd be like, "Whoa, they got!" We like had to make a crazy.
Of course,
one.
if we ever get bored,
If it wasn't cool, it would just be like,
this is
"These guys building forts?
stupid.
Are they 5?
But no, it'll be one of those box forts that you see.
Different floors,
Oh,
a kitchen,
absolutely.
an attic."
I'm doing it. I'm down if you are.
Yeah, it's a funny thing because like halfway through the year in the summer at my work, there actually were a bunch of spare boxes that were gonna get thrown out. So I was like, I want to take all these home. It was probably like 200 boxes in a bundle.
You could
And
make
I
a
did-
nice fort out of that.
And I actually did tape them up to bring them home because I was thinking about it. I was like, this could be fun. I could have a few friends over. We could just mess around and make some like crazy fort that we wouldn't even be capable of making as a kid. And I was like, you know what? I'm 18 now. I'm an adult. I think it's time to make another fort. Make myself feel like
You know, and you need that sometimes. You need that. I mean, here, like, things are stressful now. We don't have those same fun fort making like opportunities all the time. I think we could use that release. Go back to our childhood days. Could be fun.
Yeah, dude. I'm still thinking about our setup though. I just think that's funny because like we try to make it sound as professional as we can with everything we can do, and it literally looks so ghetto.
It does.
But like it works. It's works.
Working.
This is the best we can get it, and I'm proud of it.
I am too.
We could actually, instead of recording this in our dorm room, we actually usually try to wait for like my roommate goes to work out, because we don't want like people just listening to us. Actually, I got a roommate out in the other room. He's listening to us. Probably. You might hear everything we're saying, right, John?
No response that time.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe not. But we wait for him to leave so we can do this, and then we have to quick set up everything in like 10 minutes, and then we get to the recording. The last 2 times we did it, it was nothing because it messed up. After like hour of recording, it's gone.
And usually by the end, Brendan does get back, walks in and
interrupts us.
But what are you gonna do?
Hey, that's what we gotta do. Maybe we'll buy a studio next year.
Absolutely.
But
we're gonna have the money for
actually,
that. Yeah, it's gonna be big, and we're gonna need our own studio.
Actually, what I was thinking is, like we could go to the library. I feel like sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean,
one of those.
I don't want to bring this big stand to the library though.
That's understandable.
But like everything else would be easier to bring. I could maybe buy a smaller stand. But actually though, like stands that are from the ground are the best, because like, Nate, I don't know, you gotta be careful right now with where you're sitting. It could ruin the audio if you like bump the desk with your knee.
Mm-hmm.
That mic will record it. I swear. It will hear everything.
It's a nice mic. It's gonna pick it up. I'm
it's
careful.
bad too. So yeah, you gotta be careful.
I'm crammed in here, but
that's something I should have said before the podcast. Now it's like
12 minutes into it, and
you
you're
guys
telling
hear
me,
it.
hearing our rookie mistakes.
But about that money thing, I've been doing this thing, binary options. I just started it actually, and like 6 months ago, I put $200 in it. I was so excited to do it. My friend told me about it, and it's where like you go to like you look at a currency, and you try to predict if like you hit call, if you think it's going to go up from that exact point that you called in the next 15 minutes. And you bet $25, and if you win, you get like a 60% payout. So I think it's a little more than that actually, because I got $45 for betting 25 usually. And when I first started doing this, dude, I was really bad at it. I wanted to make money at this, and I lost a bunch.
I was there for your beginning attempts, and I mean
that was bad. I was getting so mad.
You didn't have the same resources. You didn't have a strategy. We were just kind of guessing based off of trends that we thought we saw, but we didn't really have a good system.
Yeah, there were no trends.
It did not work out. But now, through other websites, like finding sources that help us make the decisions, I think you could definitely be successful from that.
I think you can make some serious money.
I want to try too. It's just for me, I'm worried to put $200 in an account right now that I don't have access to. I mean, if I have more money...
You do have access. Oh, yeah, not yet, though. That's why it takes a while. And that's what happened with me, actually. And it's not... I lost that $200, guys, because I actually wasn't my money anyways. And I'm going to explain that. Don't call me an idiot. You probably already did. But during the summer, I put that money in, and I never really touched it because my account wasn't verified and I couldn't bet. So I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just touch it later. It's still $200. It's still there. It's fine. Go back to touch it 6 months later, $25 a month fee for not touching your account. So all that money was, if I were to withdraw it, it would be gone. So I was just like, I'm going to bet this. And I lost most of it in a night because I didn't know what I was doing. And actually, once I figured out what I was doing, I was at like $5. And I worked my way back up to like 60. And then I started betting from there, and I lost twice in a row. And if you lose twice in a row with like $60, you are done. So I was done. But if I had the strategy I have now with that website that helps you pick, I feel like I could make some serious money.
Yeah, I think it could be very beneficial for you. And I might try.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to try.
And actually right now I'm running a simulation with the paper where I bet I have $200 I start with, and it's just on a piece of paper. And I mark where I bet with this website, and I mark if I win or not. And I started maybe 2 hours ago, and I'm at over $300. So I made $100 in about 2 hours.
That is some good money.
Yeah, dude. Like, it might not be, I might have gotten lucky that hour. It might not be that consistent usually. But, like, even if you could just make $20 an hour doing that, or like once you get even more money, you can bet even more.
And this is something you can do from your home in your free time.
Yeah, I do it on my laptop, dude. I literally sit on my couch, watch TV, and do it on my laptop. It's awesome.
I know. I'm definitely going to have to look into it.
I'm going to put $200 in again because now I know what I'm doing. You guys call me stupid all you want. I think I know what I'm doing. I actually read an article. One sec. Okay. I know. I feel like I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry, dude. I just wanted to finish this whole thing I'm talking about. I think it's pretty cool, and I want to keep doing it. So I read this article that has you put $200 in. This guy put $200 in to the same thing, binary options account, and you trade currencies, like I said, and he turned that into $100,000 in a year. From $200, he was broke. I read this thing. He was living in a crappy apartment. He was depressed. He lost his job, and he just read books on binary options, and he learned more about it. And dude, he literally, I bet he's a millionaire now. I don't know, but like he turned that into $100,000. Like that's nuts. I could do that.
Yeah, that just shows with like when you read on something, if you like just take a little time to educate yourself, it's not you can find ways to make money.
Yeah, it's not hard. You just gotta take risks. Like
it does take a little risk, and this is a much healthier risk than saying, "Hey, I'm broke. Let's take my paycheck to the casino." I think this would be beneficial. I'm gonna turn this $200 into thousands, and I'm gonna live this luxurious life. And in reality, it's probably not going to happen. Your chances of winning at the casino are not high. Do you think that they're there to lose money, to give thousands of dollars away to hopeful broke people?
Casinos just give money away. How do they stay open? All these people win money. How does?
If you've ever been to a casino,
casinos are literally the nicest places you ever see.
They're so nice. They make them look nice. They're appealing.
Because they make so much money.
Exactly. They're appealing.
Because stupid betting people. But this betting is like strategizing. Like there is actually a strategy. If you knew all your crap, I bet the best binary option broker on the planet, I bet he wins like 80-90% of the time.
And you're making a lot from
the way I use wins, I think, about 70% of the time, high 60s to 70, and that is enough to win.
And you're still getting a profit.
And if you, it's awesome.
Yeah, this is a way to do more of a gambling, but it's strategy. It's strategy. You have way higher chances of winning.
It sounds like we're like 40-year-old people giving people like advice on making money. Like, yeah, we're so educated. We know all about money.
We know all about it.
That's why my bank account is like, well, I don't even want to say it, dude. No, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. So just to all you casino addicts out there, you have an alternative. Binary options. Look into it.
Yeah, my 12-year-old viewers are casino addicts.
I mean, there might be a...
CSGO betting, guys. You probably don't know what that is, but guys, if there's any CSGO bettors, stay off that. You can make money off binary options instead. I'll teach you. Like, seriously, if anyone, I doubt anybody's even listening to this, Nate, but if anyone's out there, they want to learn binary options, I'll teach you what I know. I'll get you started. I probably don't know crap. Like, in a few months, if I look back at it, I'll be like, dude, I didn't know anything about that.
You got to start somewhere. Right now, you're going to, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to learn more about it. That's cool. So we talked about that for a while. That wasn't even anything I planned to talk about.
In the plan. That's okay.
Yeah, we actually listened to our podcast we filmed yesterday again to write like the main stuff we talked about because we really liked it. We both liked that podcast so much last episode. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. Just noted down some of the topics we talked about. This was not one of them, and it has taken up a pretty good portion of the podcast so far.
Yeah.
So I guess we can return to some of the stuff that we talked about yesterday. And one of the things was I was wondering if you had any scary or reoccurring dreams that like it just keeps coming back, something that's bothering you.
All right. I dream about this kid every night. I dream about you every single night.
I bet. I mean, you're not in my dreams like that, but I guess you're not quite as awesome as I am.
Every night.
Well, dog.
No. Actually, yeah. I do have a pretty scary dream. I said this on the last podcast. I'm going to say it again. Feels
they
like
didn't get to hear it. They didn't get to hear it. It's deja vu to me. It's deja vu to you. But to them, this is new. This is new material.
Okay, Captain Obvious. So this is funny because we actually can't see our faces right now. And like when I say something, I look over at Nate and I'm
Yeah,
just
I can
like, "What's
peek
up?"
over the pillow.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this pillow's falling. Get out of here, dude.
Ah!
Okay, stay up. Bitch. Okay. Yeah. Dreams. Dreams. Wet dreams. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. Who's that?
I did hear something.
They can get out of here.
Leave.
Leave.
Get out.
Okay. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Sorry about the interruption. We just heard someone come in our room, and we don't know who it is. But we're gonna
Hopefully
keep
we
going.
don't find out.
Dreams. Yeah, I hope they don't come in here. I swear to God, if that door opens, I'm gonna be pissed.
Me too. Get out.
Okay. I'm serious. I'm just saying this because they probably hear me. So, dreams. I have this dream every time I'm sick, dude. And it's this dream that, like, I'm on top of this big sand pyramid. And it's literally every time I'm sick. I'm in my bed, and it's like when I'm just hacking it up and, like, very sick. It's not, like, just cold. It's just when I, like, actually have a fever. Yeah, I'd say it's more when I'm a fever. I get, like, this dream. I'm just sinking in the sand pyramid. And, like, I sink all the way to my shoulders. But, like, my head never goes under. And, like, I just sink. And I keep sinking. But for some reason, even though I keep sinking, I never go all the way under. And it's horrifying. Because, like, I can feel the sand pressing up against me. And I'm, like, suffocating. I feel like it has to do with my sinuses being
It's a
full.
symbol.
And
It
gives
is a
me, like,
symbol.
this suffocating dream. And it's horrible. And then that's one of them. But the other one I'd say is just everybody gets this. It's like a psychological
The
thing.
falling.
Forget what it means. The falling is one of them, not very often, but one of, like, not being able to stop my car in the winter. I'm driving down a wintry, snowy Michigan road, and it's night out, and it's snowing really hard, and a car or a deer or something is in front of me, and I slam my brakes, and I can't stop.
I have
And,
gotten
like,
that
my
dream.
dream, I never hit the thing. But the dream is just I can't stop. I don't know what happens after
I mean,
that.
and it's a fear that you're likely to have if you're a Michigan driver. The roads are bad throughout the whole winter, and we have deer running crazy all the time, especially out
so
by
many
where
deer.
I live. It's all fields. Deer are
So many
everywhere
deer.
right now.
Dude, I believe actually Michigan has. This is completely not factual.
Don't fact
but-
check us because it's probably not right.
Yeah, scoop facts, always true. I would say Michigan has, like, probably the most deer. Like, I've heard that.
You know,
Like,
I read
especially
something
driving.
about our deer population.
Yeah, we have a deer problem, especially the county I live in. I don't want to say that on here, but I know the county I live in has the most deer hits in the entire state.
Really?
Yeah, I know that's true. I bet you don't even know what county I'm from. Don't say it though, because I don't want people knowing where I live.
Okay.
You actually did in one of our podcasts. I'm pretty sure you said where we live. You said, and
Did
I don't even want to say
I
it.
don't know. Do you know the
it's
county I
somebody
live in?
parents.
It's not this one.
Owasso?
That's not a county. Good try, bud.
It's not? I thought that was a county.
Nope.
No, I don't know. But we're going to keep going. Okay. What was the next thing we had to talk about, dude? I think it was, Alpha Brain.
Alpha
we were talking
Brain.
About Alpha Brain. Yeah, we got this little sheet. I'm not going to lie, not going to be a liar. We do have this sheet that just has some of the topics we talked about last episode. Because it was so freaking good, we didn't want to forget them. We had to make another good episode. This one's going good so far.
I believe so, too.
Alpha Brain. I listened to the Joe Rogan Experience. It's probably my favorite podcast. I've actually showed you, Nate.
Yes,
right?
I've actually seen quite a few.
That
heard
might have
quite a few
inspired
of
you a
them.
little
Yes,
bit.
absolutely.
I think I showed you that before we ever recorded
That
one.
is right.
And now we're here recording podcasts. But anyways, he talks about this thing called Alpha Brain. I believe he's like an affiliate with that company. So I think he's like sponsored by it and stuff. That'd be cool. Alpha Brain, sponsor me. This 5 views a podcast makes you bank, I swear.
Yeah, lots of
Just
publicity
sponsor
here.
us. Yeah, you'll get big. But no, onit.com has a bunch of different like supplements. Like they've got so many different ones. Some for anxiety, and I actually got the anxiety one, which was New Mood, and then also Alpha Brain, which is supposed to be like a it's supposed to make you like have better memory and focus and all that stuff. And actually, we talked about this the last episode. Yesterday was the first day we took it, right?
Yep.
How are you feeling
You
today,
know,
Nate? We both took it today. We both
yes,
ordered
we
it.
both have taken
Second
it 2
day.
days in a row.
I'm feeling it good,
I
dude.
definitely believe I am too. I mean, it's hard to say because it it could be placebo effect, but at the same time, I haven't been thinking about alpha brain necessarily when I'm focusing. But I noticed today in classes when I was sitting there, like I was more like focused on what the professor was saying. Sometimes I have a hard time sitting there during a lecture. I'll catch myself like look over at a wall and it just kind of the wall it has this thing about it. I don't know. It always intrigues me, and I end up staring at it, get caught in my own thoughts. But I've stayed focused on what the professor is saying the whole time. I do believe that Alpha Brain is effective. It does work, and I'm going to keep using it.
Yeah, dude. I actually am thinking about. I might order another one. I really like it, and actually today in one of my classes is like you said. I wasn't thinking about it the whole day. I took the Alpha Brain right when I woke up. Didn't really cross my mind the whole day until later on in my class. I actually wouldn't say it worked in my math class. My math class, I struggled to focus a little bit. Maybe I kind of zoned off a little bit. I actually even fell asleep. But I think Alpha Brain kicked in later in the day. And I really felt it in my econ class when this happened. Like, do you know when you're driving, like on a straight road, and all of a sudden you like come to actualization that like you just drove for like 15 minutes and you're like, whoa, I'm already almost here. Like, and you didn't even realize. The same thing happened in class, except for I looked at the clock and there was like 11 minutes left in this hour and 15-minute class. And I was like, holy crap. I didn't look at the clock. I was focused that whole time. I usually pull out my phone literally every 5-10 minutes in class just to check. I'm not one of those kids that lays on my phone during class. But like, I was like, holy crap, I just made it through the whole hour without really looking at my phone. And I think that was the alpha brain kicking in because I was so laser focused. I could probably teach you what I learned in that class
focus.
today.
It's helping. It's going to help me, and it's going to make my brain healthier, make me more focused, and overall, I'll become more educated because of that. So it's all around a good supplement, good investment. Money's tight, but it was worth my money.
And then the other cool thing is, crap, like they compare it like online. It's called a nootropic. That's what Alpha Brain is. That's what any of these supplements are. They're like brain health. That's what they're called, and they're like legal. So it's just different
That's all right.
really messing up. Different like vitamins, minerals, and all that stuff. Just random stuff. Like there's even parts of like a plant root from like Colombia in there and random crap. All in this pill, and like so it's healthy. It's not bad for you. It's organic stuff. And then they compare it to like ADD meds. And I really think stuff like this that you could give to a kid with ADD and it would help him. Because like Adderall and other ADD meds, they're not good for you. Like I think a few of them aren't bad for you actually, but I know Adderall is a neurotoxin. Like that is not good for your brain. And like people take that every day. Imagine if they just tried this. And like Adderall is something, it's an amphetamine, and you build up a tolerance to that, and it won't work anymore as you take it over time. This actually is, people say it doesn't build a tolerance. In like the clinical trials, they actually got better as like people got smarter in the clinical trials. Like one of them was in Boston University or something like that. And like over the course of 45 days, there were people in this study group that like their focus and memory and retention rate got like 20% better. So like as you take it over time, it keeps your brain healthy.
And hopefully
basically.
that this will be something that grows, supplement that is growing because it's healthy for you. It's not a bad way to focus. It's a good way to focus and improve your memory. Like caffeine it energizes you, but
it's like a fix.
For me, caffeine, I get jittery and my heart's racing. It's not
good for you.
But Alpha Brain, it's a healthy alternative, a much better alternative for focus and energy.
Yeah, I think so too, dude, because it's all natural stuff, and your brain's just like a big chemical, like a big chemical reaction. That's your brain, and you're just putting in some chemicals that actually aren't bad for your brain. Like they're good for you. Like they're supposed to be in there. They're all stuff that's supposed to be in your brain, and they activate these neurotransmitters like naturally. People are gonna think I'm like reading this off Google or something because these words I'm
Whoa.
using makes me sound smart, all smart, and no, I'm actually such a dumbass, guys. Okay, so
Oh,
don't
I
listen to
know.
me. But yeah, I think it's a great alternative to like taking an ADD medication because like why don't doctors try that? They just nowadays they're like, oh, this kid has a problem. Instead of trying to find the root of the problem,
I
let's
mean,
just
and
give him
that
drugs.
is what is happening.
That's like
Honestly,
how it
it's
is.
kind of sad to see. Yeah,
They don't try
turning
to fix
straight
the
to
problem,
medication
they
as
give it
if
drugs.
this drug is going to solve everything. Like, why turn to that all the time?
Like stomach aches, my friend, I just don't understand this. He has bad stomach aches in the morning, so he takes this one pill that gets rid of his stomach ache. That one pill he takes for his stomach ache makes him not be able to sleep, so he has to take a pill so he can't sleep or so he can sleep. And then that pill that makes him sleep, if he doesn't take that to go to bed, he'll have like horrible hangovers the next morning, like a drunk hangover times 10, and he's just puking and he's like on his deathbed.
Well, I'm sure
if he
over
doesn't take
time,
this
like
pill.
all these
that's
medications are going to build
ridiculous.
up, and I'm sure that's not good
Not
for you
good,
to just
dude.
keep loading your body up with these medications. And
Drugs on
there's
drugs.
all
They
these
just wanna
side
make money,
effects,
dude.
and like just one leads to another, and it's not good. Not good.
Dude, I'm actually liking this setup because I'm laying on a futon basically
I'm
and talking
yeah,
in the microphone.
sitting out of bed.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty comfortable.
Is that comfy?
I'm liking
Is
it
that
here.
nice?
I think this is a better setup, and I don't have to look at you while I
I have
do
an
it.
itch on my. Oh, good one. That's actually a very big benefit. Biggest one. I don't
Thanks,
have to look
Jason,
at your
thanks.
ugly face
Thanks.
while I'm making this. I have to itch my leg. Holy crap. And dude, on our notes, I
We're
don't even
not.
think we're on the second
We're
page yet.
hardly halfway through the first.
Yeah, dude, this is nuts. Didn't really talk about New Mood one that much, but yeah, I've took that once along with the Alpha Brain, and that one really helped me sleep last night. That put me out cold, dude. Like I fell asleep before both. Ooh, excuse me.
Well,
I fell asleep
yeah,
before both
usually
you guys. That
me
never
and
happens.
you are the last ones up, and this time you were the first to cash out about 15 minutes into a movie.
Yeah, you take it at night, makes you cash out. It like has melatonin in it, I think, and like serotonin and stuff like that, which are like serotonin's to make
Plus
you
I-
happier. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
And then it also puts you out. It puts you out cold. I woke up this morning
Well, and I
feeling
did try to wake you
amazing,
up a couple
dude.
times
I
too.
s-
It did not.
Yeah, I didn't even wake up. Didn't even budge. Like, I honestly, dude, I woke up this morning feeling amazing. I woke up, like, usually I wake up instantly with, like, 6 different stresses right in my brain. Like, bam, bam, bam. Ah! And I'm
It's-
just like,
yeah,
oh, shoot, gotta do
Not a
all
good
this today.
start.
But this morning, I woke up and it was just clarity. I was like, I'm gonna have my morning cup of coffee. I'm gonna drink some, I'm gonna eat some waffles.
And
I'm
I
gonna
need
have a
that.
good
I'm
time.
upset at myself
Like,
for
I was
not
so chill,
getting that
dude.
one as well. It was only an extra $5. If you bought Alpha Brain, you could get this new mood pill or another supplement for an extra $5. I don't know why I did not do it. I might have to make the purchase. Really.
Yeah. You should, dude.
I'm thinking
I
about
liked
it.
it a lot. That's crazy. We're we're over 30 minutes already. I haven't looked in a while. That like last time I looked we were at 16 or something.
Flying.
Now I've never talked about, dude, why I came up with the name or how I came
Tell
up
me
with the
about
name
it.
of the scoop. Because like you
I
didn't
did
come
not.
up
You
with it,
told me
bro.
the name
So,
before.
Yeah.
When
I'm
we
just
talked
kidding,
about
man.
a podcast, you already had a name picked out, and I was good with it. But yeah, I liked it.
You like
but
it? Yeah, yeah. It came from, dude. You know what it
What?
came from? It came from, like, during the summer, I was watching shows like Drama Alert and stuff like that. They're, like, gaming news channels. I don't think you know what they are. But there's Drama Alert and there's another guy named Scares. And they talk about, like, YouTube drama. And I was like, there's such a big market for this. There's only 2 main guys that do it. Why can't I be, like, that third guy? Why don't I try this? I came up with a name, made an episode of me talking about it, how I'm going to do this, and I never came around to it because I was like, during the summer I noticed there was a lot of YouTube drama, like serious drama, and I was like, this stuff is kind of ruining the community a little bit. So I was like, what if I take that great name? I really liked that name. It's like the best idea I've ever come up with my whole life. never come up with much good stuff in my life, man. But
Got
that's a
one
good
thing
name
going.
there, and I think it's a good brandable name. And I came up with it, and I was like, that is a good podcast name. We can talk about the scoop. You just talk about what's in the scoop for that week, like,
Yeah,
you know.
yes, absolutely. I like it a lot, and it's great to know the explanation behind it.
I was
Okay.
gonna let you start
Ow!
it, dude. Oh,
I slammed my head.
You just
I
domed
slammed
your
my head. That
head.
was not good.
You just
Oh,
domed his
God,
head.
I have
Oh.
instant headache. How great! I am a klutz. This isn't necessarily a surprise. It happens
Oh my
too
God.
much. Too much.
I know you're gonna
Do you know
talk
what I'm
about,
gonna
dude.
talk
But I'll
about?
let you bring it up. Your head hurting
You know, and
now?
speaking of heads, there is this article that I read about.
Oh, good
Thank
one.
you,
Good
thank you.
transition,
I picked
bro.
up on that. So, I read this thing about this new study that they're doing where they can take. Sorry, 1 second. Let me pull it up again. So, by extracting
Dude.
isotopes from your hair, forensic scientists can pinpoint exactly where a person has lived or traveled over the course of months or maybe even years. Like, isn't that crazy? Just from a hair follicle, they can see where you've been, what you've been doing for years.
They're like, hey, Jacob, 13 days ago, I see that you had yourself some estrogen pills. Why are you taking those? And like
Isn't
stuff
that crazy?
like that. You'll be like, no, Dad, no. Like, Jake.
I could see from your hair test.
Yeah, if his dad's in the CIA, he'd be like, crap, my dad's going to test my hair. Jake, you smoked pot 180 days ago.
Dad.
What are you doing?
Isn't
That's
it?
crazy. Or like think about the investigating they can
That's
do.
what
like
I
the
was
government.
thinking with that.
That's
Yeah.
scary. Like
You
think
can't
about
really
it,
get
dude.
it like. Yeah, exactly.
They can't lie
They're
about
not
where
going to
they've
get away
been.
with these lies on where they've been, what they've been doing, because they can say, yeah, I could see about 6 months ago you absolutely were exactly where this crime was committed. Like they will be able to see that.
In that town,
Yeah.
I feel like it's in their
Exactly.
region.
They're
I
not
feel
going
like
to be able to
can't
pinpoint your
or like
exact yes.
GPS location.
Your hair has a GPS actually. In case you guys didn't know, you're being tracked in your hair.
in your hair the whole time. It's in your shampoo.
Look
you
out.
Put your shampoo in. The government
Shave your
licks
head.
your shampoo.
Always stay bald.
Yep. Crap. That's what I'm
Me
gonna do
too,
after
me
this.
too.
No, but like think about this though. Like say a terrorist attack or attempt of attack happens, and they're like, "Where did you come from?" Or like, "Where did you get this influence to do this?" They'll be like, "No, never gonna tell you." They could do waterboarding. They could do all of that, and they still might not tell. Or they could simply take their hair, test it, and they know like he was in the western region of the Middle East 6 months ago. Like you could
That's
literally do stuff like
insane.
that.
I mean, it
that's
is
crazy.
it is a new study, so it's hard to say how accurate this is at this time. But if they work to improve, just as all this
It's only the
technology
beginning.
is constantly improving and getting better and expanding, like it could become a form of investigation someday, a very accurate form of investigation that will be beneficial.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Like, that's just crazy where the technology is going. Like, I think autonomous cars is what's nuts. Like, I actually was talking to my mom on Christmas break a little bit ago about autonomous cars because my mom, like, she's a smart person, but, like, she doesn't really stay up to date with, like, new technology and stuff like that. Same with my dad. They don't know anything about the new technology. Like, it's crazy how much they don't know. Like, literally the TV you could turn off and they'll be, Jason, get Netflix back on. I can't figure it out. It's like, Dad, just turn on the TV and go to the apps.
Yeah,
But, like, they
exactly.
can't
My
do
dad
that.
doesn't
But,
know how to go and press the input button on the TV to turn it from TV to DVD player. So I always get the call.
Yeah.
Nathan, how do I change the input on this? I don't know what I'm doing, and I just tell him it's the third button on the TV. Press it once, and you're there. I don't know why it's that hard to understand.
Yeah, dude. It's like they call you just because they want to talk to you or
it. I
something.
mean, I'm hard not to miss, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. Good one, Nate. I don't miss you at all. Whenever you go to
I
class or
bet
anything.
you do. The
So
second
I
I
don't
leave.
think that's
Oh
true.
my god! I hope he turns back around.
Yep. But autonomous cars, like that's what I was
Yep.
mainly going
Sorry,
with at this point.
we got off
Like,
topic a little
yeah, it's
bit.
okay. Sidetrack me, bro. Uh, autonomous cars. Autonomous cars. Okay. My mom didn't even really know what they were. Like I told her, I was like, Mom, did you know like most of the trucks on the road in probably 5 to 10 years aren't even gonna have people in them? Like you'll be driving down the road and you'll look over and you'll see a truck that's just empty, that's driving by itself. And she's like, no, there's not. That will never happen. And like literally Tesla already has cars that you can buy that drive themselves. And Ford is working on producing their first autonomous car in I think 3 years. In 3 years, they'll have an autonomous car that we can purchase. So it's going to be crazy, dude. Like, think about the capabilities you could have with road trips. Like, literally, I'll be like, I want to go to Florida this weekend, but I really don't want to drive there. Oh, car. Here, can you drive me there? Just type in the GPS, bam. Take a freaking nap and wake up. Whoa, I'm in
I mean,
Kentucky
it's
already.
crazy where
Almost
technology
there.
has
Like,
moved.
that's
Like
crazy,
years ago, they
dude.
didn't have cars; they had to take horse carriages everywhere, or walk wherever they went. And now we have like cars, and they keep
Cars
improving.
that drive
and now we're
themselves.
getting to the point where we have cars that drive themselves. Not only do we have a way to get to these places,
Fast as hell.
but now we have a way to not do anything about it. We can sit there in our magic car of transportation, and it's going to basically teleport us there. I mean, you still got to take the time to sit there, but it's kind of like teleportation. You aren't doing any work for it.
You know what's next, probably, which is kind of scary? Autonomous planes.
That is a
That would
little
be scary.
but
Like,
it's
think about this,
coming.
though. Instead of a pilot, like, think about if a company wanted to have a really big plane company, but they didn't want to pay for a bunch of pilots. They could literally have a guy or a few guys that control the planes, like almost like a video game from like an office, and then that plane's in the sky flying. Like, they'll literally have stuff like that. I don't doubt it. Like, I just came up with that in my head. Didn't see an article on that, but like I feel like
it's
that's gonna
likely. The
happen.
way
Stuff
things
like
keep
that.
improving, things keep changing, and it's probably in our future. We will probably see it in our lifetime.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, easily.
I know
dude.
we'll see it in our lifetime. And I'm sure with the cars, like at first they're going to be really expensive, and not the everyday person will be able to afford it necessarily. But over time, just like computers have gotten cheaper and cheaper over time, really, I'm sure the price will go down, and soon everyone will have an autonomous car.
But you see what I saw was that actually these cars are going to be affordable. Elon Musk, he's the first person to come out with this autonomous car. Like, I think Tesla was the first company to get one of these out on the market. They're ahead of everyone in the game. And Elon Musk wants to make one affordable. I saw that like he's going to try to make one in the price range of like
Really?
26,000. And that's expensive, yeah, but
I
like
mean, that's
for a
really
car,
not
that's
that
not
bad.
that,
It's not like
that's
it's
not that bad.
any more than all these cars on the market right now.
Yeah, it could be cheaper than like a new
Exactly.
SUV. Like I bet that's cheaper than a new SUV, really. So that's crazy.
Absolutely, it's amazing.
And the other thing is like the hoverboards, dude. That's just something I
Hoverboard.
want.
I've never
like,
done it. It looks so cool. I
dude,
want to try.
hoverboard to class.
Yes, that would.
Have you haven't
no,
tried one?
No.
I have, dude. They're fun and
No?
they are not that hard.
Any
Like,
falls?
it took a minute to learn it.
Okay.
No, I didn't fall.
I would.
I feel like
I'd hit
you
my
would,
head on
dude.
the bed. I'm constantly falling everywhere, slamming my head into everything like it's nothing. I probably have some brain damage right now. Who knows? Slam it into stuff pretty often. Yeah, I've actually gotten stitches a couple times from. I tripped running to the bathroom and cut my head open on the door. Got a few stitches, and unfortunately. Okay, no, not unfortunately. I don't know why I said unfortunately, but it was when I was 4, so it's kind of more reasonable. Still a klutz.
I'm sorry, what happened when
I
you were
was
4?
running to the bathroom, and I had to go so bad. I was on a mission, and I fell. I slipped, and I fell in front of the door, and I slammed my head into the trim.
And you're saying this might have caused a
I
concussion?
didn't say
Is that what you're
that,
saying?
but it was a symbol to how the rest of my life was going to go.
That was just the first one.
ball.
That was life being like, Nate, you are in for a long...
That's right. It's been a long road. It's gonna keep going probably.
I'm kind of an injury prone myself, like, not gonna lie. I have, like, stupid injuries that happen to me. Just, like, stupid stuff, like breaking a fingernail off by literally, like, slamming a cupboard shut or something. Stupid stuff like that. Or, like, stubbing my toe on a stair walking up the stairs, and it being, like, bad, though. Like, or actually, dude, one of my worst injuries. I sprained my ankle playing dodgeball.
It happens.
Playing dodgeball.
Dodgeball's a fun sport.
That's like getting a concussion swimming in a pool. That's like the same thing. Like, oh, out for season concussion, Michael Phelps. What? But no. So I think it's maybe time to call it. It's been about 45 minutes.
Probably time to wrap it up.
It's been a good episode, I think, dude.
Definitely believe so.
I think it's been a good one. Definitely top 3.
I'd say top 3 out of 3. At least it's top 3. There might only be 3,
dude,
but
definitely.
It's in the top 3.
But we do have like 6, so
I guess
so
the ones that weren't posted due to our laughing, our
F-ups.
Our trials.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I can't believe that happened. But whatever, I think we made this one better.
It was meant to happen, just like I said. I knew it could be better.
So we'll wrap this up. First off, I wanted to say thanks for listening. If anyone listened to this whole podcast, and also, we need a sponsor.
We do.
So, be sure to check out our sponsor code to get some Mountain Dew at 10% off.
We wish.
No, I wish.
Someday.
Maybe someday we're gonna get some sponsors, dude. It's gonna happen.
It will.
No, it's gonna happen.
Absolutely.
Maybe not Mountain Dew. I don't think they sponsor podcasts.
We'll be the first.
We'll see. Okay. Thanks for listening to this episode of The Scoop, episode 3.
Take 3.
Nate, gotta say anything? Take 3.
No, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will be in the next episode, and I won't be a guest because I've been in every episode, and I will continue to be in them. Not as a guest, thank you.
I don't know, dude. I think you're a guest.
Forever be a
my
guest.
podcast. Okay. We can end it. Wait a second. We're
Okay.
trying to end this at the same time.
3.
I
Gotta find it.
I'm
now
on
I
it.
am.
Are you? 3, 2,
End.
1.